Hello and welcome to Wolfcast, episode 18.
You know, just a few minutes ago, before we started this entire podcast, you had a really monotone, annoyed voice, and then you start the podcast and you have that.
Yay!
My wife is a liar.
I am not.
You gotta fake it till you make it.
Well, I don't want to be like, welcome to episode
We're doing this shit
18.
again. Welcome back.
Welcome back to This Sucks. It's not a phase, Mom. But no, I figure that, it's the beginning of the podcast. It's like,
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog. Yeah!
Kermit the Frog here.
So today's podcast, it's gonna basically be our thankful podcast, our Thanksgiving themed, things we like of Thanksgiving, our favorite foods.
Yeah,
and
my favorite is the manslaughter.
I'm thankful
Yes.
for women.
the history of it, as well being,
Kind of dark and
pilgrims,
fucked up.
I heard somewhere that people were wanting to get Thanksgiving taken away as a holiday. I'm like,
I could see it happening in the next 5 to 10 years.
Maybe.
Thanksgiving will no longer be a holiday. Because when you think about it, we're celebrating. Yeah, the pilgrims coming over, having the first Thanksgiving, yada, 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 and then 2 weeks later murdering natives.
yeah, they kind of got the short end of the stick there.
So it's like,
Thank you for showing us how to food and farm. Die,
yeah, now die. By the way, here's a bunch of diseases. Now die.
essentially. I mean,
So I think as the years go on, we will slowly see Thanksgiving diminished from
possibly.
holidays, which kind of sucks. I enjoy having the days off.
Yeah, 4-day weekends are nice.
I
Of
mean,
course,
hell,
get
I'm getting
pilgrims the whole week.
a fucking 6-day weekend
True.
this time, so it's all paid.
Well, I remember back in school, we had school all the way up until Thanksgiving. We didn't get
Oh,
Monday,
yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday off. It was you.
You got like a 3-day weekend. It's because like that Friday or that Thursday or whatever would be
Mm-hmm.
off of school, and then
Yeah,
you go in the
you get a
following
4-day
Monday.
weekend and go back on a Monday. But yeah.
Does she have some facts for us? Oh no, she's switching seats. Okay.
I do have some facts.
Oh no, here we go.
Oh, wrong one.
Haha.
Wrong screen. My
Queen.
bad. So what are some things you guys are thankful for?
You.
Women.
Aw.
Them titties.
No, some of the biggest things I say I think I'm thankful for is definitely friends and family. I'm not trying to get sentimental. I'm just saying like it's really rare to still be friends with people that you grew up with or in high school, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
blessed to have 3 of them.
You're told all throughout your life that you'll never your high school or your school friends won't be around when you're an adult. And I go, bullshit. I've had the same fucking friend group for 14 years. What do you mean?
Fucking that's something I think about it almost
Actually, hang
every
on.
day, honestly.
What's the age average for freshmen? Is it 14?
14,
14,
15.
15,
14,
yeah.
15? Because you met me my freshman year. Like it would have been the end of my 8th grade year, beginning of my freshman year. So it's been 13 plus years.
Yeah. Because I've been out of school for 11.
I've been out of school for 8 years.
I'll be what? I'll be 38 next year, so I would have been out of school for 20 years. Jesus!
Get the right here.
I'm ancient.
You're not ancient.
All you hear his head hit the fucking desk. Bank.
Just son of a bitch. I mean, there are days that I miss it. Like, I don't miss the getting up part of it, but I miss that being social at school with your friends.
Being
And...
social at school.
Well, you're just because you were the social outcast, but I meant social with, like, your
You're-
friends.
but You're still like that. Almost. Well, I mean, I've only gone out with you guys a couple times, but like when we've gone out to the bar, you're just social. You're just me. On the other hand, I'm like sitting in the corner, rocking back and forth. You're like,
How
bartender, bring
can
me
this
another.
happen to me?
Yeah, I guess I could be. I'm thankful that I am where I am
I am what I am.
because
Yeah.
like my life has been a shit show up until this point. Not this exact point, but up until like the last 6 years.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thankful to
Rough
you. I'm
patch.
I'm thankful to you and your dad, because had you guys not been nice to me, I probably wouldn't be here. Obviously, I'm thankful for my family and shit.
As our son yells
I
upstairs as he plays this video game, and I can hear him all the way down
Mm.
I
through
think
my
there's
headset.
there's two things that a lot of people that aren't thankful for in the moment, but can, or even like to this point, but like some of us don't like going to our jobs, but I'm thankful I have one.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that I'm able to support my, not only myself, but like my dad, and that I'm able to get my gifts for, or my gift friends, my friends' gifts here and there. I'm able to get what I want, and still live life. And another big thing is you know, didn't think about it so much waking up every day and going to school, but the fact of all the knowledge and stuff that we have from that today. Because I didn't use math other than school, and now I'm using it daily. Like I sucked at math, and now I'm like doing mental math in my head, like real quick.
Sorry, I need to calibrate my pen. Is I hate the fact that I'm gonna have to calibrate this every time I use it. Um, some of the things I'm grateful for is I'm grateful for meeting my husband. I had a
Welcome.
rocky.
Just kidding.
Thank you, Alpha.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. It was Patricia.
Wasn't me.
No, but I had a rocky start in life with dating just the wrong kind of guy, and not like they're the wrong side of the track, abusive, what have you, just
But
not
but you
right
can
for
be
me.
thankful that it didn't work out because it led you to a better path.
Yes. I'm thankful for him, and that the fact that I have a beautiful son. I'm thankful that although I myself am, struggling to have my own, I have a beautiful, stepson that I consider my own. So, um, I'm thankful for my dad in my life because it was just me and him and my grandma for the longest time. So I'm grateful that he was a really great guy and did his best for us and the family.
Mhm.
So. And I'm grateful for all the friends I've made over the years, and I'm even grateful for the friends that I've lost because they taught me what they needed to in their life, and we parted ways. So, yeah.
I'm also thankful for this is kind of corny, but and probably no, it's just corny. Music and gaming, because gaming helps my OCD out, because
Mm.
I'm very bad with OCD. Like from the time I wake up, I'm like, all right, what do I gotta do today? I gotta make sure everything fits in line, that I get everything done. But like for some reason, if I'm gaming, all of it goes away. And I know that like my mind's distracted on whatever I'm trying to do in that game, but it just helps. So I'm thankful for that. Not only do I, but I also enjoy it. And then music, because music really, really, really helps my depression. Like I could be having a shit show day at work or even at home, and I just turn on music and go for a walk, or turn on music at work, and just my mind, like within the hour, I'm feeling a whole lot better.
Mm. It's good
That
things.
scene that you have right there with you holding that ball makes me think of A Christmas Story. Thanks a lot.
Once he drops the volleyball on his crotch, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I would just like to point out that I'm always on the fucking ground.
Well, you know what? Here. Now you're upside
Still
down.
on the ground.
I don't know. It's where you end up. Just there. Fine. Next one I do, I'll make sure
I feel
you're
like the
standing up.
redheaded stepchild.
Hey, hey. In this one, we're all sitting on the ground. So there.
One of 19. Just kidding. No, like I said, I'm not mad. I'm just trying to make a funny joke out of it. This fucking picture though is detailed as fuck, and I like it.
Fans will recognize that it's just the
Hey, don't tell my secrets.
it's a reused template.
Well, I mean, if I can reuse it and make
Yeah,
it,
it works.
yeah. Because Fang had brought up a really good idea of uh updating our welcome and thank you screen, because this one is, kind of autumny, fall, Halloweeny themed. So I figure if I could make one for Christmas and make it a Christmassy themed, that way it's,
So what you could do is with the Christmas ornaments, put Wolfcast in them.
yeah, I could.
You could put our little moon
Logos in
symbol.
them, yeah. That'd be really funny.
What did last week's ended up looking like? Did you finish that one?
You haven't, had you?
I haven't touched it at all. I haven't done
Fired.
any. I haven't done any artwork all week. I've
Well,
just been
May's
so.
fired. Next week it'll be Fang and I.
Oh yeah,
We're
okay.
fucked. We're fucked.
Now I'll put on some League stuff in the background. They can watch that.
No, I've been so busy with work and I'm so tired when I get home that I haven't had a chance to really work on anything. So I have this week off, so I plan to work on commissions and Wolfcast stuff. So
I plan on streaming after Monday. Streaming a fuckload.
So with that being said, subscribe to the Wolfcast podcast on YouTube. Make our dreams come true, so we don't have to work a day in our life because we enjoy what we do.
yes, we really do. I enjoy sitting here with you guys and talking and educating you. Speaking of education,
Ah, here we go. Script time.
it's not scratch.
Just the video comes on. Knowledge.
Knowledge.
You know what I like more than knowledge? My Ferrari. This video's backwards.
I'm on a horse.
I can't deal with you two. You're fired.
We're not paid. What do you mean?
Exactly. So, what happened at the first Thanksgiving?
Death.
In
Fake food.
In 1621, the Plymouth colonists and the Wampanoag shared an autumn harvest feast that is acknowledged today as one of the first Thanksgiving celebrations in the colonies. For more than 2 centuries, days of Thanksgiving were celebrated by individual colonies and states. Now, America isn't the only place that celebrates Thanksgiving.
Other places have a version
Oh,
of
yeah.
Thanksgiving.
You've got Canada, which celebrates it in October.
Yep.
Liberia is in November. Norfolk Island is in November. Brazil's in November. So it's pretty cool, to see how many different places celebrate their independence and their New Year's and stuff at different times.
Could you imagine like someone coming out and just going, like whoever is in charge of all that, and it's like everything is about to change because now Thanksgiving is in January and Halloween is in May. I'd be fucked.
I mean,
Well, I already am fucked. Thanks a lot, daylight savings time. I can't stay up past fucking 9 o'clock.
Well, I mean, you can technically get away with having Halloween in May because you have the maypole celebration where they dance around the maypole, and that usually gets tied around to Thanksgiving as well. Or I mean, to Halloween because witches will dance around a maypole, but that's
I get it for like that purpose, but like 29 years of my life, and just to be like,
well,
oh, Thanksgiving's coming up. No, bro, we got like 3 more months. That shit's in January.
Well,
fuck.
Threw me off when last year in 2020 when they canceled, Halloween. You can't cancel Halloween. It's
We still had kids come last Halloween.
We didn't. We couldn't even
had
let.
time.
Yeah, and we had one year where it was just so cold.
Oh yeah, we had that year where it was snowing on Halloween. Yeah.
I felt bad. Like I know our son wanted to go out trick or treating, but it was so cold that no one was giving out candy.
Mm-hmm. There were a few kids going around, but like I can't say they got a pretty good haul that year because it was snowing on Halloween. Well, now here's another little history lesson for you. America is actually about the only place in the world that is taught that the Pilgrims were seeking religious freedom when they came to America.
Hmm?
They were actually exiles because they were trying to overthrow the crown.
Son of
a... Get on it.
I'm on it.
But we're taught that they were, seeking religious freedoms and all that other shit, when in all reality, no, they just wanted to kill the king. And
the more you know.
But it's just kind of one of them fucked situations.
Mm-hmm.
Can't even trust what you're taught in schools. Because history is written by the victor.
That is true. And like I seriously want to get a hold of like another country's history book to see how different it is from American.
From what we're taught?
Yeah. Because, it's true. It's like I want to see what, their because what I've learned so far is that the Trail of Tears is no longer in American history books.
No.
I'm like, are you kidding me? Like that, like hundreds of Indians were slaughtered and left homeless,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna leave that out of our history? Going, oh well, too bad. No, like that's important cultural history that we need to learn.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like it's crazy.
It's only a matter of time before, the Holocaust isn't taught anymore. And
Well, what's funny is I actually just learned this is that America actually also had concentration camps
yes.
during World War II because of when Japan bombed uh, uh, Pearl Harbor. America took action thinking that all the Japanese.
We blamed them as a whole and not.
Well, that we also blamed they were all like they were all defectors, or that they were going to somehow, be Japanese spies.
Mhm.
Like actual Takai, George Takai,
Mm-hmm.
he remembered that his family was taken to a concentration camp in America because of that, and they realized, and they gave him jobs and everything, and made it look like a normal society. I'm like, Jesus, that was messed up. You can't sit here and these people came here for freedom and to get away from that, and then you're gonna treat them just like that. It's just
That's what fear does to people, unfortunately.
It's true.
Makes us act irrational.
Anyway, back on our Thanksgiving podcast. I know for me, during Thanksgiving, besides the turkey, which is my absolute favorite, I love eating turkey on Thanksgiving because I'm the dark meat. I would be the girl that would go and grab. I would go and grab like just a full leg of the turkey, and my dad knew every year like I would get a whole leg and that would be mine. Like no matter whose house I went to, they always knew that I was going to eat a leg of turkey because I just love that dark meat. And then
this woman makes. Dad, don't hate me. This woman makes the best fucking turkey in the world.
Really do.
When we don't set her kitchen on fire because we're trying to pull the turkey out, the grease goes everywhere.
That was so funny. He just went whoosh. I'm like, ah! And then you have it's not Smeagol. Is it Smeagol?
Yeah, Smeagol.
Yeah, Smeagol sitting there. It's like, oh god, and we're just trying to put my oven out.
It was cool.
It was cool. I was so grateful for his help. But yeah,
all right, we're gonna take it out and whoosh. Oh god.
I didn't know that I needed to pull some of the drippings out. So.
And now you do.
I know I'm gonna be having a little small Thanksgiving here at our house. Like it's not gonna be huge. So Alpha, you're more than welcome to come and chill with us. It might probably be on Saturday because I have to go out and buy the turkey on Friday. So you're more than welcome to come over.
Alright. What is Saturday?
Oh,
damn,
don't
that'd be.
pinch me. That hurt.
That's gonna be like 3 Thanksgivings in a row.
Well, because normally his family has his Thanksgiving on a Friday.
Normally.
But it got changed this year. And then my parents said they weren't going to have it. And then they're like, oh, we're going to have it. And I'm like, don't make up your mind.
Because I have this one, or my Thanksgiving here on Thursday, obviously, because it's Thanksgiving. And then Friday, we have a work friend's Thanksgiving. And then Saturday, yours.
Yeah.
I'm going to get fat again.
Right. Hey, these holidays are the days that,
No.
you're allowed to break diets because it's the days we look forward to eat.
It just reminded me, but I love that fucking moment when I was on vacation and Scuba Steve turned around, looked at me, he said, I can't remember what he offered. It's like, I fucking hate you. I miss you. I liked you better when you were fat.
No, I never noticed that. Why? What else was deviled eggs. Like I asked my mother-in-law if someone's making deviled eggs. She's like, well, we usually save that for what is it? Christmas and all this. I'm like, no, we will have deviled eggs. I will make them. I love deviled eggs. I look forward to those all the time. Like I'll sit there and just like shove them in my mouth and be like,
I'd say a good Thanksgiving for me, like food wise, would be turkey. My dad does both turkey and ham, so I get to eat both. So turkey, ham, mashed potatoes, rolls, macaroni and cheese,
Beans,
stuffing,
greens, tomatoes, potatoes.
and then Fang's favorite, pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Fang. Go ahead and tell him. How many pumpkin pies did you eat that year?
I don't fucking remember.
Like fucking 3.
This man loves his pumpkin pies. Like,
My dad buys like all different kinds of pies. He'll buy a couple of like this, couple of this, that. And I'm only saying this and that because I don't remember which pies he actually gets. But then he will get like 4 or 5 pumpkin pies.
mm,
And everybody wants the other pies because they're special. They're like Oreo, or he'll make like some kind of weird cheesecake, etc., pudding pie, or whatever the fuck. I just naming off random shit.
oh, the banana. Oh, I was forward to the banana wafer, like Nilla wafer pudding. I
then-
love that stuff.
And then so like one of the pumpkin pies will be gone because people will eat pumpkin pie and whatnot. And then there would just be a couple extra. And then the next day one was gone. And then the other day another one was gone. And I was like, my dad was like, who the fuck is eating all the pumpkin pie?
And there's Fang just.
And then Fang like looks at me. We go into my room. He goes, should I not? And I was like, he doesn't care. They're just gonna either get eaten or thrown out.
He just wanted to know who ate them.
I actually, when it comes around to this holiday season for both Thanksgiving and Christmas, I prefer the chocolate pudding pie.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about when I said pudding pie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that shit's fire.
Of course, what makes me happy is that I actually have the fact that your mom's like, make your Oreo cheesecake. I'm like,
yeah.
"Yes,
Your
Mom."
Oreo cheesecake is pretty much on demand at this point.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is fire.
I actually hope every year, and some year it happens, some years it doesn't. But somebody in my family makes baked macaroni and cheese,
Mm.
and that shit's fucking delicious.
My
It's gonna be
dad,
the longest year or longest week of the year.
right? No, my dad told me, he's like, if you bring mac and cheese to Thanksgiving and it doesn't look like how it is in a big old pan,
It's like brown, like golden brown.
don't
on the
freaking
top.
bring. He's like, I will not eat boxed mac and cheese on Thanksgiving. I'm like, all right, you food purist. He's like, I will throw it in the trash. I'm like, Jesus, Dad.
Like it's got to be that baked macaroni and cheese. It's got to be golden brown on the top,
Golden brown.
golden brown. It's got to be real cheesy in the middle.
I mean, I still have a recipe on how to make it with like 6 different cheeses. They're like, Jesus, my heart.
Tuscan 6 cheese, fucking
It's
yum.
watering right now.
That macaroni and cheese from Outback Steakhouse.
Oh my God,
fucking
that was amazing.
delicious.
That stuff was delicious. Goodness gracious.
It comes in. It's such a small portion size too for something so good. You
Right?
get like a tiny little fucking high school serving bowl made out of styrofoam of it, and it is so fucking good.
That was really good.
But pricey.
It was only like that was a side dish, so it came with your meal.
Yeah, it wasn't too expensive.
Uh,
But it was still really good. Like, but I do like they did have really good bloomin' onion though.
Yeah, I prefer Longhorn or I'm sorry, Texas Roadhouse's food
I
it's
mean-
really
or Longhorn.
amazing.
One of the whichever one isn't the real fucking expensive one where to feed 4 people you need $80 to $90.
It's almost both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You can spend 60 at one of them. I just don't remember
I
which
would
one
say
it was.
my dad's been on a kick of steak lately, and we go to Texas Roadhouse like probably every other weekend. And it's not too expensive, and he takes me,
Then it might be
Kevin.
Texas. And I'm thinking,
No, that's what I'm saying. We go to Texas. There's about 5 of us that go normally, and it's not that expensive.
Did you stop that?
no. I do what I want. I'm a grown ass man.
Yes, but it also that picks it up.
Oh, yeah.
You know what, buddy?
I'm listening.
Fireplace. I thought it was a window.
It's a fireplace, Alpha.
Fire, fuck.
A fire truck. I always love that kids can't ever say truck. And
Why is a fire truck called a fire truck? Shouldn't it be called a water truck?
No, because it doesn't have any water in it.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. That's why they have to hook up to hydrants.
Oh, true.
Ooh.
Well, it's got that flavor.
They have water trucks that have giant water containers on the back of them that a fire truck can hook up to,
Yeah.
but there isn't water in a fire truck.
It's got
You're
the
right.
chemical
That video is
retardant
a
stuff
lie.
in it.
No.
Yeah, because it does have a chemical retardant through the truck itself to help put out fires, not just pure water. I thought they had that stuff in. Me. Stare at me like I'm just idiot. Stupid. Anyway, so what are some of your fondest memories of Thanksgivings that you've had
Food.
I was
besides
fat.
food?
I don't have too many memories outside of food. I don't care for Thanksgiving. I get to eat. Woohoo. The only thing that's different is I don't have to work.
Yeah.
I think one thing that is great about it, but also weird, is that you see these family members or some of the family members, because obviously, like for like you guys, you'll see your mom and dad here and there or whatnot. But like some of the family members you don't see all year, and then they're like, "Oh, hello," and then you catch up, and you're like, "All right, cool, we can do this again next year."
Right. Or it's
The,
like you get the family members like, I remember you when you were this tall. I don't remember you, buddy.
it's like as a
God,
kid,
and they say
all
that every single time.
Mm-hmm.
That's like their fucking opening line to break the ice. I remember when you were this tall. We, I saw you last fucking Christmas. I can't talk.
Christmas.
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 No, it was as a kid and teenager growing up and going to Thanksgiving. It was like, okay, cool. I get to see the people that I forgot about, and I'll probably forget about them again.
Mm.
Like I couldn't tell you half my cousins' names. I couldn't tell you half my great uncles' names, aunts' names. You know, like if they're not part of my immediate family that is here in Indiana, I probably forgotten about them
Right.
until something reminds me, and I go, "Oh yeah, that person exists." Huh?
Of course, now with my family on my dad's side, there's like just me and my dad.
I know your dad. I don't know anybody else.
Yeah, my stepmom,
What's her name?
Debbie.
There you go. I didn't remember her name. I don't interact with her except for once or twice a year.
Mm. Then you have my mom,
Don't know her name either.
Christine.
Okay.
And you met her boyfriend, husband thing?
What's his name?
Kenneth.
Kenneth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's on Facebook.
That's cool. I go to Facebook and I immediately scroll over to the video side of it because everything on my timeline is just a bunch of bullshit.
Thank you for calling the stuff that I send you bullshit.
You don't send me anything. You tag me in things, but those never show up on my timeline. I have to go to my notifications to see that. I don't see anything you post or anything you tag me in if I just scroll through my timeline. I have to physically go looking for it.
No, it should show up. At least that's what it does for me.
Nope.
Huh. Strange.
That's why most of my time on Facebook, I just sit there and I go, first post, neat. Scroll over to the videos and start looking through those.
I feel like every time I randomly decide to get a hair to fucking get on Facebook, that it's like post, ad, post, ad, post, ad. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to fucking
That's how
see
my
all these
Twitter
ads.
is.
Yeah.
My Twitter is like, after every 4 posts, there's an ad.
Not mine, Keith.
Well, if you do it online, you don't see that many ads, but like on the computer. But no, I know my issue is that I play a lot of phone games, so between every level, I have to sit there and watch a video. I'm just like, come on, I just want to keep playing. Do you want your ads to go away? Pay. I'm not going to pay to make the ads go away. I'll suffer.
Fuck you, I'm stingy.
I'm stingy and I'm broke.
Uh,
I have a very hungry 7-year-old and a very hungry husband that I have to feed. That money has to go to them. I know another thing that I used to look forward to on like any Thanksgiving or Christmas is that I had a cousin. His wife would make the best like cheesy broccoli rice I had ever eaten. She would make it for like every holiday function. Oh my god, I would sit there and I'd beg her like, please, please make it, bring it too. I want to eat it. It's so good. And then For some reason, and I stopped going to a lot of my family's holiday things just because there was an issue and I just didn't feel like dealing with it. And they started making their Christmas like Mexican themed, like having just Mexican food for Christmas. Like, you don't have Mexican food for Christmas. You have turkey and ham, and you don't know why. I was so confused. I'm like, why are you making Christmas Tex-Mex? It's supposed to be just like Thanksgiving, with turkey and ham. Eh. Which is really funny though. I've heard some people go they don't have like on Thanksgiving they'll have turkey, but on Christmas they'll have ham, and they won't have turkey.
That's what my family is.
Why? You have to have turkey like.
No, turkey is Thanksgiving, ham is Christmas.
Turkey is every holiday, man.
Every holiday? I'm sorry, I'm not eating a turkey on Easter.
Oh, I mean, I would. I mean, hell, I'd be down to make a turkey on Easter. Come on, Jesus, can get you some turkey. Oh, hell, I'm coming.
If I could have your turkey at least once a month, I could die a happy man.
I make my chicken the same way too, and it just falls off the bone, and it's just really
Oh
fucking
my
good.
God.
You just one day take a chicken, bread it, and throw it in the fucking fryer.
No,
Why not?
because I'll probably end up burning myself.
I don't mean literally slam dunk it into the fryer.
Yeet.
Get up, it's time to slam now.
I mean, like, get you some fucking original herbs and spices, bread that bitch, dunk it in the fryer, and
Yeah.
make a family bucket.
Oh, I got a memory for you.
Oh,
Boy.
no.
So, for the longest time, I couldn't remember. Let's see, I was in a 4-year relationship. I probably haven't been to my aunt's house in 6 years for Thanksgiving, which is bad. But we used to have them at a specific aunt's house every year. So my brother and I on my mom's side would eat, go upstairs, not immediately, but like we'd go upstairs and we would use their workout equipment. Like we would run on the treadmill, etc. Thought that we were, counterbalancing the calories and all that shit. But I mean, it didn't ever really balance out because then we went back downstairs and ate again. But anyways, there was one year that me or myself and my 2 other brothers were there, and we thought it'd be cool to turn the treadmill on and slide off of it like we were being on Jackass. And
Like you do.
one went too far, and all you hear is this boom,
No.
because one of us hit the wall.
Oh no.
And fucking no, there was no holes or any damage.
Okay.
And all you hear is, "What was that?" And we both looked at each other and blamed it on the youngest brother.
You ass.
Oh, sorry, so and so fell off the treadmill and hit the wall. Was anything damaged? No. All right, be careful.
Okay. Who's next? There's one time, it wasn't during a holiday or anything, but it was when me and my cousins were younger. We would go visit my English grandmother. I always loved going and hanging out there because I love my grandma's accent and listening to her talk. Plus, she's a hell of a cook and like she likes to bake a lot. So me and my cousin, we were just up because we weren't tired and we were just, we were in our teenage years. So we were, 14, 15. We were just being stubborn and stupid. So we were going to go downstairs in the basement to like listen to music. And I think we were going to go smoke a cigarette because we thought we were cool and, wanted to try it. Well, she tries to sneak out. She ends up walking and banging her, like the side of her elbow into the door frame. And she started hopping up and down, just making this silent scream. I had to throw myself on the bed and shove my face in the pillows because I was laughing so hard. And I didn't want to wake up our grandparents. But she's just like sitting there, just with just her eyes wide and just mouth silently screaming. It was just the funniest shit. Like, oh my god, that was just so funny. No, I remember what was it? Thanksgiving was always fun for me because it was just, I'm very family oriented. I love being with family, being around family. So whenever we had Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, and got just to get together, I just loved being around family and with family. So that's, a big part of Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that that I adore because I just love being with my family.
I remember like the Thanksgiving and Christmas like gets-togethers. I never really remember getting together for like Easter and stuff. I remember like going to like little Easter egg hunts and stuff, but
Hmm.
never like getting together as like the family.
Oh yeah, we did. We would get together as a family and we would do Easter hunts and um the kid like they had a and I always hated this about my family is that once you hit 18 you didn't participate in any of the kids games, you didn't get Christmas presents, nothing, because you're essentially an adult. I'm like, well, that kind of fucking sucks. It's like everyone deserves something on Christmas, not just if you're 18 years or younger, because I would buy presents for everybody,
Right.
because it's Christmas. You give gifts to everybody, not just the kids.
And now you're literally drawing on a Christmas present that you got from my mom.
I know, and I love it very much.
Crystal ball.
I'm making a snow globe.
Are you gonna put
Yeah,
Coraline's parents
you
in it?
idiot.
No, I'm not.
Cassiel.
But like him.
That movie fucked me up.
Well, what's funny is our son used to love that movie, and now it scares him. I'm like, buddy, you used to watch that all the time going to bed.
I used to like walk in, like I'd wake up for work and I'd hear the title music because he had it on a DVD and he'd turn it on before he would go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then like when you hit that point in DVDs where it just plays on the title screen on repeat,
Mm-hmm.
it would be sitting there when I woke up to go to work. And I just hear that creepy ass music from Coraline playing. And I'm like, buddy, how can you sleep through that?
He just,
Yeah, he's in there fucking snoring away.
I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
we're just weird little kids. We could do a lot of stuff, and now that we're older, we're like, how do we do that?
Couldn't you just mirror
Yeah,
that?
I don't
that's
know
just
how
like
to
a
on this.
that's like a almost like a I don't know the word. Kind of like what my dad said earlier. He was like, "You want to go get breakfast?" And I was like, "Nah, I really just want to just lay here all day and be lazy. I've been on the go all week." And he goes, "I wish I could be back in your shoes. I was out roaming the streets until I was probably late 40s and started winding down at 52." And I was like, where's that energy? Because I barely fucking can get up for work.
It's a
I
different
mean,
time. We
I
didn't have
mean,
they didn't have like the technology that we do nowadays. So them, going out, driving, walking everywhere was a normal thing for them.
Hey, hell, dude,
yeah.
we used to walk everywhere. We used to ride bikes everywhere.
Same.
No, I get that. Like when I was like, 12 to like 25, not even, I wouldn't say 25, probably like 22. I was out roaming the streets, walking into town stuff, but like now, like I work and like I just want to like lay in bed and then like I wake up on my days off. I just want to lay in bed. I don't want to do anything.
Apparently
But
breaking this reindeer's back.
Apparently. Poor thing.
Hey.
Killed me. God left me unfinished.
up
Anyway.
Thanos snapped her.
Right.
Yeah.
Then a snap. um. So, if you had your choice for Thanksgivings, what would you have besides turkey? What is a mandatory item that has to be on the table?
Baked macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
Probably mashed potatoes.
My stepmom makes some bomb ass like twice baked cream cheese potatoes. Those things are fire, man.
She also, I think,
Uh,
didn't she make the bourbon?
oh yeah, she makes the bourbon whipped cream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, our son's not allowed to have any of that.
No.
But she makes this awesome whipped cream that has this bourbon in it, and it's just freaking amazing. Oh my
I
god.
think by like the third serving, like I go in there and start getting creative. I'll like open up a fucking roll and I'm like, turkey, mashed potatoes, macaroni, cheese, gravy, and I'm like trying to like crunch all this food into like one little roll to make a fucking sandwich.
It's
Or I'm like, all
irritating.
right, how can I take all these desserts and make one big fucking clusterfuck of goodness?
It's irritating for me because I'm picky. There have been some years, several years, where I go in there and I'm like, all right, here's ham, here's turkey, here's mashed potatoes, here's a roll, and that's my plate because I don't like everything else.
Yeah. I mean, I've had those years.
Yeah, it's just like,
But you go back and get like 5 plates of just that.
yeah. What
Where'd all the
fucks me
fucking
up is
turkey go? That's all I liked. I ate it all. I admit it.
what fucks me up about work. So my work does a Thanksgiving for lunch. They supply the turkey and all that shit. They supply the meat, and then everybody else can bring in whatever they want. And it's really fucked because you're given an hour. That's the only time you're given an hour lunch. And so people eat all this food, and then the higher ups wonder why production just tanks after that.
Because they're all fucking digesting.
It's like we just ate a fuckload of turkey, we just ate a fuckload of ham, and all this other shit. And you expect us to go back in there and work like we just got back?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck no.
On top of going on break anyways, already just like shuts they expect like this 30-minute, or some people that get like an hour break gives them that time to sit back, relax, and refresh. No, if I could, I would take my break the latest every day, because like I swear I go on break, I come back and I'm just like, all right, well, I got fucking 5 more hours of this fucking bullshit.
That's why I like
I'm
where
just
I work.
drained.
Where I work, it's you have first break, lunch, and then second break. You used to get 4 breaks if you counted lunch, because you would have first break at 6, second break at 8, then you'd have lunch at 10:30, and then you'd have last break at 12:45. Now it's first break is 7:30, lunch is 10:30, last break is 12:45. Unless you're the doc, and in which case your breaks are whenever the fuck you can get them.
Mm-hmm.
People always bitch like, you guys are always on break when we're not. You guys get to take them whenever you want. It's like, we take them whenever we're able. Because I take my first break at 7, because at 7:30 I have a truck coming in. That has to be done by, I think, 8:45.
Mm.
And then my lunch, some days I take it at 10. Some days I take it past 11. Just all fucking depends. And I don't even take a last break. I'll step outside, take a couple hits off my vape, and then I'll go back inside because I got trucks to do.
I still think that's funny of that phone call. It's like, hey, Mark, do you want a guy that can do ACI in his sleep?
Oh, yeah. Cause it was when I was getting hired back on after doing the plumbing thing. And I just texted the team lead for the dock. And I was like, hey, Mark, are you in need of somebody who can do the Canada trucks in his sleep? Literally. Because I'm pretty sure I'm somewhat narcoleptic. And I'll be sitting there driving on the dock doing a truck. And I could be wide awake. I won't even feel tired. I'll go into the lane to pick up some product. And the next thing I know, I'm opening my eyes in the trailer.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I still love with their team lead. Like they told me that whenever they chase him around, they
If he doesn't hear us.
Yeah, they chase him around like little dogs, and it's like Mark, 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 Mark.
He's always sitting there either ignoring us or just not hearing us. We're like, Mark, 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 Mark. And then he'll look at us. We're like, finally, you fucking answer. Or there's always the, hey, I bet.
I hate that guy.
I'm surprised you haven't went up to him and was like, oh, hi, Mark.
Nah, because he wouldn't get it.
Yeah, he's a bit older.
Oh, he might get it if he's ever seen The Room, but
The worst movie ever made.
it is the best, worst movie.
I still like James Franco and Seth Rogen's take on it. It's still fucking funny.
Oh, hi, I did not.
Yeah, but they made theirs to be funny. The Room wasn't meant to be funny. It was meant to be a serious fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's become such a meme
Right.
that now we look at it and it's like, I did not hit her. I did not. It's
I-
bullshit.
That's another thing I'm kind of thankful for is movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anywhere from an hour to 2.5 hours, you get away and you just like feel like you're in this scenario where either you're like a superhero or you, you want to be in that relationship, and then they break up and you're like, I don't want to be in that relationship, and then bam, they get back together and you're like, yay, happy ending. Not my life.
That's assuming the movie is good enough to immerse you in it.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
The same goes for video games. You can have a video game that might take up your time and your brain because it immerses you in its content. And then you have other games where you sit there and go, well, that was a waste of fucking time.
It's true. Now there are some movies that I've watched that I'm just like, man,
I'll
that's
tell you
really worth the
one.
money.
I'll tell you one thing that's been grabbing my attention. It grabbed May's attention too. And if you've got room in your show schedule for it, Arcane
Oh
I
my
knew you were
god,
gonna say it.
it's
on
so
Netflix is fucking phenomenal. And they got approved for a second season, and that is just fan fucking tastic.
good. Yeah, because they ended the first one on a cliffhanger, bastards.
Well, yeah, but
Hate cliffhangers.
as a League player of 10 years now, to see the lore of League of Legends fleshed out in an animated TV show is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And we're even getting backstory that hasn't been mentioned in lore for League of Legends. Some theories are getting confirmed. Some theories are getting pushed out the window because of this. Because what's happening is Arcane is canon in the League universe. Riot has said so themselves. And it is just a fantastic series. If you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's
Not
funny
sponsored.
sitting there listening to him go, "Oh, that's Chase's E. Oh, that's his W."
Oh, yeah, in the fight scene, I was like, oh, that's his E. That's his alt. That's his W. And you see Vi use her abilities as best as it can be represented. Like, you didn't see Vi Ultimate, but you did see Vi W. You would see Vi E and Vi Q. Jinx's E. The cliffhanger. She uses Super Mega Death Rocket.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard nothing but good things about it, but
It's fan-fucking-tastic.
Mm-hmm.
And at 9 episodes long, it ain't gonna take that much time.
I think they're only like
Yeah,
half hour
but-
long, aren't they?
Half hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah. But you get so immersed in it, it goes by so quickly.
It's not fair.
I know. It's really not.
It was annoying too because they released everything in acts. So May and I started watching when Act 2 had been released. And we finished those 6 episodes. And then they didn't release Act 3 until yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And we finally watched the end of it yesterday. And it was real fucking good.
Yeah, you'd like it, Alpha.
Yeah.
I'd be too lost.
What do you
No,
mean?
you wouldn't.
It explains everything from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I know nothing about League, and
You don't have to.
Yeah, that's the best part about it. It tells you everything in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing it's missing out on is the stuff that doesn't matter yet.
Yeah. So you could literally watch it and not know anything about League and just watch it as the series
It's
it is.
actually because of Arcane, Riot is actually seeing an influx of League of Legends players. They're getting a lot of new people in.
way to go, Netflix and Riot. Marketing's working out for them.
Well, The Witcher had the exact same thing happen. When the Witcher TV series came out, there was a surge of people buying the Witcher games.
I thought about it.
Well,
As
because The
did I.
Witcher also came out like what in the 90s, didn't it?
No.
No, like the game.
No.
When did it come out?
No, not the games. There's probably the books
Xbox
that came out in the
360.
That's 90s, isn't it?
No.
No, that's like 2000s. That's right.
Yeah, the Xbox
It went
360 is like
from-
2007, 2008.
It went from books to games to a TV show. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
See, there you go. Just because, hey, this is a really cool series, and I think that's something that needs to happen. Like a lot of stuff that was really good back in the day, they need to have the right people direct it and film it. That way, it doesn't turn into a flop. It
Right.
turns into
Well,
something good.
Wizards of
Paramount's
the
coming out with a Halo series.
Yeah, I'm not too enthusiastic about that because we've had Halo before. We've had Halo movies. They weren't very good. They, I didn't care for them too much.
Mm.
Wait,
I,
what?
there are like 4 Halo movies.
Oh yeah, but those are all just dumb. This one's supposed to apparently follow like the games.
We'll see. If they do that and they do it right, it could be cool. I know Magic the Gathering is supposed to be coming out with an animated series as well at some point.
There's so much lore with Magic. Oof.
There's a fuckload of lore.
And all different planes and planeswalkers and explaining their spark and.
And
This
then,
podcast went way off topic.
well, it's honestly, I'm about sick of having topics because we talk about them for about 15 minutes and then we get off topic, so there's almost no point.
Well, that's the point. Is like we can still come back to it. It's like the main topic that we focus on is that, and then we can branch off of it and then come back to it, and then it's like I said, we're not spending the whole podcast talking about that one topic. Like it's just a guideline for our topic of conversation.
Now I like having a topic because otherwise we would start the podcast off like and then silence. I wasn't dogging on, we were off topic. I was just like, it got to the point where like I think I was out of it because like even I was like, wait, what did you say? I was kind of out of it, and then I was like, then I started thinking to myself, and I was like, we are way off topic.
Yeah, I personally am not a fan of the topics too much anymore, but
Well, you're entitled to your wrong opinion.
yeah.
I'm kidding. But no, I like having the topics for it because it's I think for at least for me it gives me something to focus on and something to bring a conversation back to instead of well, this random thing here blah blah blah, you know.
What's next week? Do we know?
Yeah, books and reading.
Things Fang got grounded for.
Yep.
But that it can be like not just books that we've read, but can also be book series that we know of or book series that are popular and we could talk about and stuff like that.
And how when they make the movies, they're always better.
I'm holding my tongue on that one.
You want to talk about being entitled to wrong opinions?
Listen here. There are some movies that should not be made into books
Aragon.
because there are some books that are just really hard to movify.
Aragon.
Bull
Shout out
Fucking
Smeagol.
shit.
Shout to Miko.
The problem
never
with it
read
is
or
they
seen
can't
them.
use movie studios can't use that excuse anymore. Turning this book into a full-fledged movie would be too hard. Bull fucking shit. I've seen what you can do with Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
I just hate how like everything about 90% of movies that come out is literally based off of this novel. And I'm just like, okay, I get it. Books you could write before you could film. I get it. But not everything has to be a movie or based off of a book.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we're getting into that point where there aren't any original movie ideas.
That's
Almost
True.
true.
Almost everything's been done, so they have to go to books. They have to go to.
As for someone who watches movies on all these streaming services when they're like, oh, comes out this week, and I watch movies every Tuesday because that's when they get released to DVD. I've had countless times where I'm like, I feel like I've seen this, but it
Yeah.
just came out today, and then I'm like, oh, that reminds me of I watched 12 years ago.
Yep. That's why we're getting into that era where we're getting a bunch of remakes and
Yeah.
live actions.
But see, there comes my issue. I am a movie purist when it comes down to remakes because I like a lot of I like a lot of the originals. Like when they remade Clash of the Titans, I was so mad when they
Uh-oh.
remade World of the Worlds. I was so mad because like
Well-
you ruined really good movies by remaking them.
I've never
Yeah.
seen the new Clash of the Titans, but I've also never seen the very poorly. Well, I can't say poorly. It was
Hey,
good
it was
for the
amazing
time,
for its time.
but it needed to be updated.
Yeah,
That's
but
the thing. So when you have a live action movie that came out in the 70s and 80s, such as War of the Worlds and Clash of the Titans,
60s because it was still black and white.
yeah, those need to be updated.
Yes,
If
but
they were popular, and they need to bring them to a new audience.
but they changed like the story of it, like the whole story. They changed
But they didn't
it.
change the plot.
They did kind of.
No, War of the Worlds, aliens. There's your plot.
Yeah, but they focused it on Tom Cruise and his family, like not the whole as the movie as the whole is them, trying to stop this invasion and figure out how to get rid of them. That was some of the coolest stuff in it, and then they just completely made it focused on Tom Cruise and his family. Like that wasn't the plot of the original. It wasn't just following around a guy and his family.
Oh, the original was a radio broadcast that caused mass hysteria.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. When they first did War of the Worlds, it was a radio broadcast. It wasn't a movie. And
thought it
people
was a
thought it
movie
was an
first.
actual alien invasion.
Well, that's back in the '60s, and they were gullible.
That was back in the 30s and 40s when shows were on radio and not
You have a
on
face for
TV.
radio, my friend. Thanks.
yeah. that was War of the Worlds caused mass hysteria on release because people thought it was real. Because they broadcasted it like it was real. And Clash of the Titans, that's just good marketing.
But it was so cool, though. The original was awesome.
I actually don't know anything about the original.
It's just really, it was just, I mean, same theory, but it was less god fighting.
Okay.
And it just had a lot more cooler things in it. Like for that time, it was a lot cooler, and just it was neat to see it. I feel like they missed a huge thing with it. So, but I know we're probably gonna have to start bringing this podcast to an end. It's getting close to the time that Fang has to go off and do his.
Yeah, I got a Clash bracket tonight.
Yeah, he's got his Clash
I don't
stuff.
know if we're actually doing it. Locking phase has started now, but I'm not seeing anything, and half my team isn't even online.
Oh no!
Actually, no, one member is on, outside of myself,
I would say yeah, you don't count.
and I also have to use the bathroom.
All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and set the podcast here. So, we hope that you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Make sure you guys be safe, you eat well. Careful that trip to Fang, because that stuff will knock you out.
Spend time with your friends and family.
Yes, remember your friends and family. Be thankful for the friends that are here, and thankful for the lessons you learned from those that have passed us. So we hope that your bellies and hearts are full this Thursday. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. Please make sure to follow us on all of our social medias. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for us. And we love you guys, and we just want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. So we want to thank you guys for watching. Until next time, see you later.
What?
Bye.